Today, I want to share an incredible story that highlights the power of prayer and faith, especially during these challenging times. Rabbi Boruch Rosenblum is a well-known speaker in Israel. People often call him when they have remarkable stories to share. One day, his phone rang. It was a high-ranking IDF commander calling from Gaza. "Rabbi, I had to call you with this story. It just happened, and we're still in shock." Naturally, Rabbi Rosenblum was very curious to hear what had happened. "This morning," the commander began, "I walked into our headquarters for the daily briefing. This is when we finalize our missions for the day. The moment I entered the room and saw the faces of the other commanders, I knew something terrible had happened. Their faces were pale. One of them pointed at a screen where I could see footage of 3 tanks. The tanks were burning and completely engulfed in flames. This footage was taken by one of our drones," an officer said. "There were 12 soldiers in each of those tanks. If all 3 were on fire and the soldiers hadn't managed to escape, the army was going to have to inform 36 families that they had just lost their sons. 36 families in one day. The feeling of loss was overwhelming, and none of us knew what to do or say. Then someone's phone rang. It was a soldier from one of the tanks. We didn't understand how he could be calling us. Wasn't he dead? Hadn't we lost all 36 soldiers in one day? Yet he was on the phone. Of course, we had millions of questions for him. How was he alive? Why were the tanks on fire? How had they known to get out in time? We were driving in Gaza," the soldier explained, "when we suddenly realized that there was a problem with one of the tank's parts. It didn't take us long to determine that the part was broken, and we wouldn't be able to continue using the tank. Rather than remain in the tank until the problem was fixed, which would have made us easy targets, we got out of the tank and ran to find cover. When the soldiers in the second tank saw us leaving our tank, they concluded there was a security issue and that they would also get out and run for cover. The same thing occurred in the third tank when they saw the soldiers in the second tank exiting and running for cover. Seeing something big happening, they, too, got out and ran for cover. Moments later, all 3 of our tanks were hit by enemy fire, and all 3 tanks instantly went up in flames. Had we still been inside, the outcome would have been catastrophic, but none of us were inside." Rabbi Rosenblum, the commander, concluded, "Please tell everyone you know there is no question why such incredible stories keep happening. They are happening because of all the prayers and the study of sacred Bible texts that so many people are doing. Please tell everyone to continue praying because, without question, it's the most powerful tool we have." Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say one thing for you to know. Acts of kindness help, but you should know that we must continue to pray and not abandon prayer, not even for a single moment. Yesterday, the rabbi continues, I spoke with a very senior officer in the army, one of my students. He told me, "Rabbi, I ask you to tell everyone not to stop praying. The only thing that saves us is the prayers of the people of Israel. Our prayer power versus the prayer power of our enemies." Our sages in the Bible say that Moses, when fighting the ancient enemy Amalek, did the same. He sat on a stone to share the people's distress. The power of prayer is what wins. Therefore, our obligation is not to stop praying, not even for a moment. As discussed, one who sees significant events and miracles should bless. Blessed be he who performed miracles for our ancestors in this place. Moses, as we mentioned, during the battle with Amalek, sat on a stone. The Talmud, Jewish teachings, say that a person should always share the distress of the community. Moses shared the people's distress by sitting on a stone rather than a cushion, teaching us that sharing in communal distress brings merit to see communal salvation. Let's remember that the victory doesn't come from physical warfare alone, but from our prayers. The stone upon which Moses prayed represents this power. Finally, I ask God to bring all our soldiers back safely, to heal all the wounded, and to fulfill what is written, "When our enemies fall, peace will rise." Amen. Thank you for watching this powerful story of courage and faith. If you were moved by this incredible testimony, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below sharing your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this one. Remember, your support helps us continue to spread these stories of hope and resilience. Check out our next video for more incredible content. Until next time, stay safe and keep praying.